Hey, what's doing? I go by the name of Mistah Cee, and you're watching Take Flight.
Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Wings, and you're tapped in with Take Flight. Today, if you don't know this guy, there's something wrong with you. My guy, Mistah Cee, in the building, bro. Hey, thank you for coming through, cuz.
Thank you for having me, man.
Also, first DJ on the pod.
Yes.
First DJ interview, let's go. Obviously, not just a DJ these days, but you know what I mean? That's been your life thus far, huh?
Thus far, bro.
How you feeling, cuz? How you been?
Good, man. Sensational, bro. What can I say? Yeah, bro. I feel good,
Feel
man.
good.
Living life, bro. Quality of life.
I noticed you've been living life a bit more as of late too, bro,
Yeah,
which is
bro.
good.
Yeah.
Which is good to see.
Yeah, 100. Man.
Yeah, let's go, bro. All right, we're going to kick it all the way back, bro. I know you've spoken about shit elsewhere in the past, but Take Flight audience is a whole new audience in my eyes, all right? People want to hear certain things. Let's take it back to the start, right at the start, bro. What areas did you originally grow up in? Yeah, and what was the experiences like for you in those areas?
In those areas. Bro, born and raised in Maroubra. Okay, so the eastern suburbs, man, and yeah, cause I grew up at my nan's house and on a regular street in a loving, unconditionally loving household.
Hectic.
What can I say, bro? Like, bro, just basic upbringing. So, growing up in Maroubra, for the rap scene that don't know, and I mean, I think we're starting to shed light on it. I did this little, I did the Into the Hood with Spanian.
Definitely saw that.
Weeks ago.
That was a good insight,
And
bro.
it was a nice, I like that he shed light on it because eastern suburbs is like a very broad term, They say eastern suburbs and then people think Bondi, Double Bay, Vaucluse, and I'm like, what about Maroubra and like Hillsdale and Mascot and Botany and East Lakes and all these little pockets inside these, it's like little neighborhoods within the one neighborhood. So basically, yeah, bro, I was born and raised in Maroubra through the 90s, early 2000s, and then I moved to Botany for 4 years, and then I moved back to Maroubra. And in that whole time of living up until, my teens, that's when I started running around a little suburb called Hillsdale. And it's just bro, the experience of growing up there or hanging around there, I got up to Mischief. I started going down destructive path. And I always had a love for music. My father was always feeding me music. My mom was always playing music. And that's just what it was, bro. It was like DJing is what I fell into.
Of course. We'll definitely go into that side of life, bro.
But bro, growing up out those ways was, bro, I think it's like any area, bro. Like that's what I find is like, I live out southwest suburbs now. Yeah. And I've been there for almost 10 years. And in saying that, it's like when I first moved out there, that's when I was like, bro, this is like, Maroubra has a rich side and then it has a poor side. There's South Maroubra, Lexington, Duffy's, Lapa, Namatjira, Bilga, all these places, multicultural, predominantly indigenous. I grew up with a lot of Samoans and Tongans. And then a lot of Turkish, a little bit of Lebanese, a lot of Assyrian.
True.
Yeah. And basically, bro, it's just any other area, man. Like, there's the good and bad.
Bro, I feel that. So I grew up in Bonnyrigg Heights, and then just around the corner is like Bonnyrigg. Then you go down to Cartwright where I lived for a few years and shit like that, right? I don't know if you've seen Spaniard's videos out there, but it's true. There's always like the nice side, and then there's the shit side, guys. And then I move out to like Blacktown ways, and it's the same thing, bro. People talk shit on Blacktown, but to be honest, Blacktown's chill as fuck once you're there for a bit, to be honest.
Once it is, man. Look, at the end of it, when I started going overseas, I was like 21 years old, and that's the first time I ever stepped foot on a plane, ever went to another country. I went back to the States, and I met with my sisters, all my family, my father's side of the family. And my father being African-American, my mother being Aussie, it's two complete different worlds, man.
100%.
Biggest culture shock of my life. So going back to the States.
Seeing it over there.
Bro, like people are like stuck in survival mode. Like, so it's, bad areas are really bad. It's like you're not filling up gas at, 7 o'clock at night because the sun's gone down. You're feeling a little bit like sketchy. Where it's like out these ways, certain parts of Sydney, but it's not on that level.
Yeah.
So it's like, Yeah.
It's different. Anyway, we're going to get into that bit too, bro.
We'll get there, bro.
All right. Young C. That was Young C. What
bro,
was you did say you got up to a bit of mischief, I guess, back in the day. Yeah. What was Young C like? Because to be honest, knowing you, I've seen you for a bit, yeah? I've seen you around for a few years.
Yes.
And knowing you, I could see you being like a chill kid who just kicked back, but I can also see a side of you that could have caused a bit of ruckus.
I had a mouth, bro.
Yeah, no, that was what it was like?
Yeah,
did I get into some trouble back then too?
100%, yeah. I had a mouth, bro. Like, I was a class clown, I'll talk shit, and I'd G up, I'd make the girls laugh, and I want to make the girls keep laughing in class.
And then that just becomes a part of you, bro.
But it'd be fucked up because some of the girls, bro, I can swear?
Yeah, go.
Some of the girls, like, I won't say names, but it's like, I would piss off, I'd say something to them, and then maybe their boyfriend would hear it, and then their boyfriend, what the fuck? And then can't they get dirty, and then there'd be dramas, and then it'd be a punch-on, and there'd be a one-on-one, or something happens. So the mischief, honestly.
And you were just trying to have a bit of fun in class, bro.
Bro, I was having a bit of fun, but I learned to just, not all the time, you can't just, but you don't just, your mouth can get you in a lot of trouble. So it's like, I learned to just be reserved and treat people the way I wanted to be treated, to be respectful, and then at the same time, but I just like to have a laugh. But in terms of mischief, I don't want to like say what I...
We don't have to go that deep, bro. Take flight is a snitch-free zone on yourself, bro. I don't like, I'm not trying to get people...
I don't want to come on here and be like, I did. No. I was, honestly, bro, because I was a good kid that my mother raised me in a loving environment. And my father, I'd see him on weekends and he would expose me to... Bro, my dad would walk me and my brother around at 2 o'clock in the morning in King's Cross on a Saturday night in the late 90s and show me, and I'd see like...
What was he doing?
I was like, why are we here? Like, what are we here? And he's like, this reminds me of America. This is just like... He's like, and my mum was like, don't take the kids there. But he wasn't fazed by it. Because he's like, this is nothing. Like, it's just people. Like, yeah, this person's putting heroin in their arms. That's a prostitute right there. That's a drug dealer right there. And he would show me these things. So
it's like Into the Hood, that edition.
It was bro.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, crazy.
Man, my dad was ruthless. So, but that's what he exposed me to. So it was like complete two different sides.
You got to see both sides of the world.
I got to see both sides. But that loving bubble that my mum nurtured me in, by the time I hit 13, I was jumped off the porch and started coming home when the lights turn on. She's like, make sure you're home by this time. I started flirting with breaking enters, flirting with doing the wrong thing, flirting with hanging in groups, big packs of boys, and just running around and kicking off and getting into shit.
Yeah.
Where it was like the world that she put around me, where she's like, no, it's people are just it's this and this and this. Bro, when I got punched, when I got cracked in the face for the first time, I was like 13, bro. My world like shattered. You know what I mean?
The world isn't as kicked back as your mum made it out to be.
Man, people, I was like dirty at my mum because I was like, it's not like that, And then she was still like, nah, you got to walk away. And by that time, my father he died like a month had passed, and he just, and then, the whole, that's when I started just getting in more punch-ons. And now I'm just like, I see a lot of youngins that are going through it now, but it's on socials. Like people are in the comments and I'm like, this is wild.
It's different, bro? I don't know which one the world should have more of, bro, because I think the real life shit's over and done with it now. The online, bro, that shit just doesn't stop. Bro,
I'll tell you this quick story, bro. I remember, I was at school and MSN. Everyone was like,
shout out MSN.
Everyone was at MSN.
Of course.
I didn't have MSN, but we didn't have internet. My mom was like, what the fuck is internet? Like, it's going to blow over. Like, we can't afford that. We're not going to get that. And so I didn't have dial-up, nothing. So I was like, my neighbors had it. So everyone on MSN, this girl came into school and she printed out this chat.
Oh.
Like the whole chat of the MSN where this person was saying something, like talking shit about me at school, and they were like, do you see? It was like a full-blown, like a physical screenshot. Like, and brought it into school. I was like, do you see what they're saying? Do you see? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it just baffled me. That was like my introduction to the internet. So I'm like, I see kids now and it's like, kids don't get a break, bro, because they've got a phone next to them, they pull it out. I'd go home, fall asleep. I was like, yeah, I don't have to worry about
Relax.
shit. Yeah, go to school the next day and then deal with it.
I remember seeing memes online. Like there was a last time where people were like BRB. You're never having to be right back because you're there at all times now, cuz.
BRB.
I love the time before the internet was what it was. Look, I obviously love what it is now for what I can do. But man, life was a bit more kickback in that aspect, bro. It's addictive, bro.
Kids are getting a break, man. Kids don't get a break.
The future's going to be crazy. I was actually talking about this today, bro. But I could go off topic with that for ages, bro. So a bit of a ruckus is the... Long story short, a little bit of a ruckus, bro. You mentioned your dad being African American descent, your mum being Aussie, you said? Aussie as? I've seen online you bring up people questioning your ethnicity over the years, bro, yeah? Can you dive into a little bit of your background in that way then, bro?
Yeah.
And, you know, what it was like for you growing up then?
Yeah, it was ugly, man. It's like I was never black enough for the black folks and never white enough for the white folks. So my older brother, shout out Busy, he is darker complexion. He's got green eyes, got frizzy hair. So he was fucking all the bitches at school.
He was that guy, bro.
He was like, yeah, man, he was Mr.
guy.
Suave. And I was just like this like pasty, you know, but I had like these big lips and, you know, when I was younger, I was pimples and shit. And they're like, oh, what the fuck is it, you know? So when my father would come and pick us up from school, it was here and there. My mum, you know, like we'd catch the bus, this and this. But when I was younger, my father would pick us up. And I remember him like, he'd be standing next to the car, he'd be blasting West Side Connection. He's this big black dude with like all dark cloaks on, just kick back next to the car. And the teacher would be like, I don't think you should get in that car. And I'm like, that's my dad. And they're like, oh, are you the father of, you know? So even that questioning in front of me as a little primary school kid and my father and my dad was like, no, this is my son. And he would get in the car. It would like, it irk me, man. We'd be out at like a lunch or a breakfast or something, and my dad's friend would see him and be like, oh, this is your son. And he'd see my brother, but then he'd see me and be like, oh, is this your son's friend? And he's like, no, this is my other son. And they were like, huh? Like,
it was hard for them to compute.
Yeah, because of the complexion.
Of course.
And that's just genetics, bro.
Yeah.
But as a youngin', it used to burn me. Like, I didn't understand it. And it wasn't until I went back when I was 21 to the States and then started seeing, bro, I saw my sisters. My sisters are the same dad, different mum. So they're Puerto Rican and African American.
Yeah.
So they're lighter complexion, but it's still black, you know? But when I went there, it's like that's when I started experiencing and seeing how many different shades there are. Because here people are like, oh, bro, you Koori? Like, bro, you Murray? Like, what are? And I'm like, nah, bro, like I'm just this and this and this, you know? Growing up in Maroubra, a lot of Aboriginal kids.
True.
And I'd get mistaken. They'd be like, oh, nah, he's Koori. And I'm like, nah, bro, like I'm just, you know, my dad's this, my mom's that. And it was hard for me.
Yeah, I guess as a kid, bro.
Older, bro, like it's like your skin gets thicker. And then I understand that people, they see off, you know, just off face value and they're like, oh, okay, like he's that, you know, because whoever's watching you online or whoever's seeing you in person in Australia and that, they only see it for 2 seconds. They're, oh, okay, he's this. But when I'm in the States, it's completely different.
In what way, bro?
In a way of, bro, I'm at the Walmart. I'm getting out of the car and this dude's selling hats. Like if you've been in LA and then they're like, you know, everybody panhandling, trying to sell something in the car park of like Kmart, you know, Walmart. This dude was, this big black dude come up. Hey, brother, how you doing, man? I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? He said, man, I got these hats, man, you know. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm all right, bro. Like, it's all good. And he's like, man, where are you from, you Steph Curry looking ass motherfucker, man? And I was like, Steph Curry? I was like, relax, bro. He's like, you a little bit, like, you got something in you, dog. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how did he know, like, off the bat? Yeah. And then my niece and my nephew, they came out of the car and they're like, come on, Unc, let's go. And he's like, I knew it. I knew this motherfucker. It was just, it's those moments where I'm like, okay.
It's a bit more understanding.
Yeah, it's just culture, man.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Different cultures and different experiences, different countries. It's like nowadays, bro, I'm bulletproof, you know?
Let's go. That's what we like to hear, bro.
That's what it is, yeah.
Bro, I was going to go into this a bit later, but it works now. as you said earlier, you've taken a fair few overseas trips over the last couple of years or last year.
Yeah.
How has that opened your eyes, not only to yourself, I guess, but just seeing not only the cultures, but everything going on overseas compared to you? Because you only just started going overseas?
Yeah.
Or you've been in the past?
I have been in the past, but not as much as this. The DJing has taken me.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, bro, I'm going London, Paris, hit Thailand, hit Bali, New Zealand, fucking.
Before we go into the DJ side of it, just tell me what it's been like to see those other places and what you've learned from going to these places.
It's priceless, bro. You can't put a price on it. You can't, bro. Traveling, you can never read it in a book. It's like, it completely opened my mind when I started seeing, like going by myself. That's the best thing you can ever do, is travel somewhere on your ones, not with your best mate and come with me, I don't want to be by myself, and be awkward and shit. Nah, man, throw yourself into an uncomfortable situation, not danger, but throw yourself into another country, another culture, and just immerse yourself on your ones. It's been it's growth, bro. It's just growth for the mind, just walking around in like London and London is London, but like, okay, like Hackney, we was over there, 7 a.m. I was with Ziggy and one of the boys. And I was like, bro, it's like 7 a.m. And I jump on a line bike and he's like, where you going? I'm like, bro, I'll just go for a bike ride. And just cruise around and just see the streets and see different shit and notice different shit and just experience. Bro, Thailand, you see like real poverty. You see America, you see solid poverty. Like you see people on their grind. Like it's completely different to what you've just seen at the fucking 317 bus stop at South Maroubra for the last how many years that you've been there, you know?
And I know every time I've gone overseas, which isn't a lot, like 3 or 4 times, bro, every time I've come back like inspired in a different way. Like every time it's like, like back in the day, I want to make music because this was before she was popping off over here. Then I come back again, I'm like, bro, I want to learn more about history because I just want to sort of roam this and that. Like it's not just in a history book anymore. You see the Colosseum, you see the Eiffel Tower, you're like, we don't have this old shit in Australia, bro. To see these buildings from like, I don't know how old, I've come back like inspired to just want to do more.
But the crazy thing, Australia, indigenous, man, that's like 40,000 years. That goes yonkers. But in terms of colonization and you know, since white settlement has been here, we're a young country, man. Very, 100%. Very young. But it's like, bro, just traveling alone has been, it's one of the best experiences, bro. I go back to like, you know, I go back to the east, to Maroubra, Hillsdale, Botany, Mascot, and I see heads. You leave your area and then you see heads and you see people that you grew up with and stuff. And it's no shade to them, but it's like some of the boys that I see, some of the girls I see, some of the people I see, they haven't left. They finished school or they dropped out, they went and got a job, they went and got a mortgage, or they, you know, jumped in paying rent, had a bunch of kids. Never got the chance. And they never got, I mean, maybe they had the chance, but they just didn't take it, you know? And that's all, you know, not to make people feel bad about themselves, but I couldn't live with myself if I didn't hop on a plane, you know? After going and having a taste of it and seeing what another culture is like, it's like, I always come back and I'm like, fuck, I'm so ready. That's why the hustle is relentless with me. I'm like, bro, keep going, make content, put yourself out there, put yourself in set the camera up in the middle of the fucking street. People are walking past and looking at you, what is this fucking dickhead doing?
And then I'll never think about you again.
Bro, they never get, bro, it doesn't matter.
Again, bro. Yeah. Now, 100%, because you never know where that shit's going to end up or where you're going to end up from this shit. Again, we'll get into that one, bro. Truth. All right, bro. Where it all begun for me knowing who you are, you're a DJ, bro. Yeah. Mistah Cee, the DJ, bro. Obviously, you made a name for yourself as a DJ over the years for a while now. Where did that side of you begin, bro?
Mistah Cee?
You as a DJ, bro.
Me as a DJ.
I guess Mistah Cee too, actually.
Yeah, bro. I was like 16, 17 years old. And, bro, DJing, I'll try to bring it back to a pinpoint moment. There were moments, but I'll bring one moment. You remember Naughty by Nature?
Of course.
All right. Do you remember that Holiday? You remember the song Holiday? We came here to party.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There's a scene in the film clip. Whenever that song came out, I was like, I was like 11 or 12, I think, around that time. And yeah, bro, there's a scene where the DJ he's like in this truck and he's like DJing, and they're having a block party and the police come and they shut it down and it's like a whole thing. I remember seeing that and I was like, that's fucking mad. Like, that guy is playing music and people are
doing their thing to it.
They're doing it. They're just having fun. And this even goes back to where my dad would bring me to parties and take me to, sneak me into clubs.
Come on, bro.
My dad was a muso, man. He was ruthless, man. He was a muso, so he played drums. True. And he did comedy on the side. So he would put himself out there at the comedy club throughout, like, you know, in Sydney, like back in the days. And he'd sneak me and my brother into the club. We'd be there, it's like fucking 1 o'clock in the morning and there's like smoke filled everywhere. And we're just like in the back, like just watching from the stage. But it's like I caught that bug of like performing. If you jump in front of a mic or you start DJing and you can control the crowd. That's what birthed me and made me wanna, yeah, bro. But Bobby Cee was my father. And so his stage name was Bobby Cee and then Mistah Cee. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be Mistah Cee.
I like that, bro.
So from that, yeah.
So what did he do? Exactly, like, so he was just a bit of everything guy?
Bro,
we go too far? We go dive into that? No, like, we're gonna be here all day?
No. We'll shorten it up, bro.
Yeah.
I'm spinning yarns for hours,
That's all right, bro. Spin them out, bro.
My dad, bro, so he came from the Bay Area. So he came from Oakland, San Francisco. And in the 80s, my mom convinced him. They had all the kids were born there. And I was the last sibling that was born here.
True.
So my mom convinced him to come to Oz. He came to Oz and he was like, this is untouched. Like, there ain't no brothers out here. He's like, there's no African American. He's like, okay. He's like, how can I do this? So he was already performing and doing what he was doing over there. But it's like, it's saturated. So when he came here, he started doing voiceover work and all those things. But when he came over, I remember him working as like at the Boone Gate. He was like you had to pay the toll and he'd open up the gate.
The toll roads?
Yeah, the toll. No.
Because I remember those toll roads. That was different.
Yonkers.
Yeah. Another day.
He worked there and then he no longer worked there. I was little, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Then he no longer worked there. And then from like the rest of his life, up until he was like, up until I was 13 when he passed, he was, he was just doing gigs around Sydney, just muso, like just playing drums around Sydney, doing comedy. I turned up, bro. We went to my neighbor's house. They had Foxtel once. I'm like watching Foxtel. Oh, fuck, bro, you guys got Foxtel. This is mad.
I remember those days
too.
Bro.
Man. And my dad came on the TV and he was in the ad and I was like, that's my fuck. I was like, what the fuck? Like, we called my dad, just freaking out. So it's like he never really had, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
he was just getting everything done.
Yeah, he was just doing, that's
cool.
Kind of like what we're doing now.
100%.
And that's where I'm like, bro, like DJing is like, that's what I want to do, you know? I want to do this for the rest of my life, you know? If it's not DJing, then I pivot into something else.
Of course.
You know? But I refuse to go back to a 9 to 5, bro. I refuse to go back. Nothing wrong with it. I worked for many years. Big respect to everybody that does do that. But it's not for me, man. I can't slave away for someone else, bro. And just be, bro, it's too many toxic workplaces I worked in, cuz.
And look, you're making it happen, cuz. That's the main thing. You're not doing it sitting at home waiting for a free paycheck. Again, shit happens. But like, you're out there getting this work in, cuz. Yeah, definitely getting it in, bro.
That's it.
Well, as you said, bro, like, you love this DJing shit, bro. You know, what would you say out of like, I'm just going to give a few options so we could talk about it. Club sets, making mixes at home for people to, make a mix at home for other people to listen at home and just get jiggy to, you know what I mean? Live shows, festivals. What's your favorite part of being a DJ in that sense?
The music, hands down. The music is the driver. Because it's like, if I hear a song for the first time, I'll get jaded or listen to it. I'm like, bro, this song is hard. And then that makes me want to, put it onto a mixtape or make a remix out of it. I'm like, man, what if I put this song with this song? This would go crazy. People would hear this and be like, oh shit, this is fire. So it's just that, I love that the creativity of it. In terms of, there's no better feeling, ask any DJ. There's no better feeling, or even rapper, when you're on the stage and you have the crowd participation. and they're fucking with you, bro, and you drop that song that's like the heat, you know what I mean? And it goes off, bro. That first time I felt that feeling, it felt like fucking Luna Park when I was like 5, going on a roller coaster, and it's like, you know, you drop down that roller coaster and your gut lifts and you get that, what's the feeling, bro? What's the name of it?
Your stomach drops is what they say, but I don't know what the name of the
adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Your adrenaline is like pumping through you and you feel amazing. I felt that same feeling, and so ever since then I just chase it.
True.
Yeah, it's a powerful thing.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, bro, I love it, man.
That's cool, bro. But in saying that, is there any moments, I guess, you've felt that adrenaline at an absolute all-time peak? So maybe a certain festival, a certain show.
Bro. Sold out.
Sold out? Tell us about that experience, bro.
The sold out fest was fucking 30, I think 20,000, 30,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. And this is like, this is a couple of months ago.
It wasn't too long.
But it's like that feeling with all those people. And you know, you play a scissor song, or you play, you know, a mashup of something, and it's just the crowd participation, bro. Like, it's priceless, man. But wow, man, there's too many, bro. No,
that's cool, bro. If there was one stand off the top of your head, but that's all right. Even saying sold out is like, I can imagine, because I did see the videos from that, and you were going crazy, bro. I saw your videos more than I saw artist videos from the crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But that's a good point. One reason why I never wanted to be a rapper or anything, like, bro, because I grew up not listening to Oz rap. You know, my father was very biased. You know, he's from the West Coast. He's like, listen to Tupac, listen to Snoop, listen to Death Row, West Side Connection. He's listening, you know, like, he pushed me with that. So Oz music, there was never really ever a scene for me growing up. So I'm like, and all the music I was listening to was G-Funk and predominantly West Coast, Too Short, E40, Mac Dre,
hard,
all that shit. So I was like, how am I want to be a part of music as a teen, but I'm like, I don't want to be a rapper. You know, everyone was like, oh, you're going to be like Eminem, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I found that a DJ has everlasting life, because they just... everlasting life, like it's like a DJ can never die. Do you know what I mean? You're playing other people's music like forever and ever.
I'm listening, but it's true, bro.
Yeah,
like if you're a rapper in that, they say it's a young person's game. I can't say. I can say there is, and there's still. Don't get me wrong. There's some huge US artists going hard still in their older age.
Fucking
but as a DJ, bro, to be completely honest, bro, if you marketed yourself, you could be doing this shit when you're 85, bro.
That's it,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
I'll move to Ibiza and just be like that old,
bro, hard.
You know,
and
still
like, look at this,
and like,
people lose it. Look at this old man on stage getting it in, bro. You'd have like,
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. So, but at the same time, no shade to rappers. It's like my penmanship. My vocabulary wasn't amazing. I'm like, man, I can't rhyme and do this shit together. But I'm like, you know, when I really studied, really jumped into hip hop, DJing is a major part of it. You know what I mean? It was the 4 elements, bro. It's DJing, MCing, graffiti, and breakdancing. And they say, you know, beatboxing and stuff, but you know, like it's one of the main elements of it. So that's just what I chose.
You know what I love, bro? I love you can see the love, bro, for what you do. You know what I mean? It's not often you see people have that actual, even rappers I meet all the time, they just doing it, bro. But you got that love, bro.
Nah, bro.
All right, we got the love, bro. What's your least favorite part of DJing, bro? Is there? Because I can think of one that all DJs, like club DJs, hey, but what about yourself?
Yeah, song requests.
Yeah, it has to be.
Like, bro, I don't mind song requests, man. Honestly, I don't. But it's like, it's the least favorite thing about DJing. Yeah, like song requests aren't like, I'm not waking up and I'm like, man, I want to quit DJing. But
that's true.
That's
true.
Honestly, it almost, at one point, I was doing the club circuit. It was before TikTok and Instagram and anything like that. I was just doing the Sydney club circuit, and I was going from club to club to club. $100 an hour, I go to DJ.
Get it done.
All right, cool, 100, yeah, cool. Like this. And I felt like a jukebox. I just felt like I'm just playing, just rinsed club, Usher, fuck, bro, like Be Faithful, Fat Man Scoop, Shaggy, it wasn't me. But we got me on the counter, it wasn't me.
Surely
I'm
again
like,
that
bro,
shut,
bro.
cuz I know I heard that so many times in the club.
It burns me, man.
Yeah.
So, and that's where traveling comes into it, because when you start traveling, you go overseas. It's not like that in Vegas. It's not like that in Oakland. It's not like that in London. It's not like that in fucking Thailand, like name it. It's all these places. But, you know, Australia, that Sydney club circuit, I felt like a jukebox. And even when I would veer off and play, I'd play 90% of the standard club shit and then 10% of like the unknown bangers, you know?
But yeah, here it just...
It rubbed people, you know, some people run up and they're like, hey man, like what the fuck is this? Like that. So that's where I got away from it and I almost fell out of love with it. I was like, there's no, if I don't love doing this, why the fuck am I doing this? So I walked away from it for 2 years, like DJing and that. COVID happened and then I started missing it and then I came back and then the local scene started to go like this and I'm like, damn, this shit is hard. Because it was like the Oz rap that I grew up on, bro, I never listened to it. I didn't relate to it.
I say this nearly every second pod. I'm 100% the same position as you, bro. There was no relation into it. And look what we're both and how deep we are in this shit now. I'm so happy it's gone the way it has, bro. And all respect to every little person that done that shit before, because it wouldn't be, you know.
It wouldn't be where it
wouldn't be those steps at the start.
That's it.
But thank God it is where the fuck it is now, because I love this shit, bro.
That's it.
Like with a passion.
Boys, bro, like, what was it? Bliss and Esso, Hilltop Hoods. I was like, bro, I grew up, I'll say this on the pod, bro. I was like 17. I was 17, bro. I was in Wollongong. There was a DJ competition at PCYC. I came first, bro. It was Jake. It was at PCYC.
Come on.
Bro, I still got the
first place. 17-year-olds first place. Come on.
I still got the little glass trophy, man. Yeah. Anyways, we did the DJ competition and it was either, I forget which group, but it was either Bliss and Esso or Hilltop Hoods that were coming down after the DJ comp. And I finished my set and I was walking off and their DJ came on and I'm like sitting there from the back and I'm like, man, okay. I'm like, I've heard of these guys, but I don't know too much. And they came out and fucking everyone in Wollongong was like, oh, yeah, like this. And I was like, damn, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't really listen to this music. I didn't know too much. But it wasn't until years passed, then the Hefs, 1-4, 046, Shelly 210, like all these artists started coming out. And I'm like, oh, damn. I was like, I can relate to that. These guys sound like my mates. These guys dress like my mates. They're just like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And then the music, I'm like, damn it, bro, JC, what's good? That song came and I was like, bro, this song is fucking
That's
hard.
the area classic and a half
That's the area
too, bro.
classic, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's where, you know, I started hearing it and then I started listening to it all the time. And that's when...
That was your introduction. But can I just say, you know what's crazy, bro? Like in a club in Sydney now, you're talking about the songs back in the day was shots. Yeah. To be honest, at some clubs you could drop that. Two boys in the back. Let me tell you what's good. And it goes off now, right?
It goes off now. Yeah.
Now. But
back then, nah.
But I want to jump into two questions now. So I'll start with the first one. Yeah. But like the club scene itself then, right?
Yeah.
What are the differences you noticed from like way back when you first started, whenever you first started, in comparison to, I guess, these days? If you still hit them at all these days.
But honest, man, I don't play as much.
Yeah.
You know, like, club sets in Sydney, it's like if it's worth it, if it's worth the if it's worth the coin, then yeah, I'll go. But if it's, bro, week in, week out, it's not, I'm not doing that. But from what I've, honestly, okay, and this is no shade.
Of course.
This is just what people like, man. This is what they go out to the clubs and that's what they want to hear. But it's up to us as DJs, as creators, as people of the scene to push forward the artists from Oz, you know what I mean? To give them a platform, because nothing's ever going to change, bro. 20 years is going to go by and people can still be fucking, you got $100 bill, get your hands up. It's still going to be that, bro.
Yeah.
If we're not, bro, if Take Flight wasn't here, you know what I mean? If Mistah Cee is not pushing what I'm putting, you know what I mean? So I started, now I'll play in Darwin, or I'll play, Darwin's this way, I'll play Perth, I'll play Brisbane, I'll play just these little clubs around some rural spots as well in Australia and that. The songs that they're playing is like, it's very commercial. It's like all you hear is Tiger, you'll hear Kanye West, you'll hear, it's like still very American, but I'll slip in a 1-4 track here and there, a Hooligan Hefs track here and there, a JC here and there. And Sydney is like, they fuck with the Sydney artists, you know what I mean? It's like, but 90% of the other stuff that I'm playing is very commercial.
Okay.
In terms of like Sydney, yeah, there's the cool kids now. I call them the cool kids. There's different types of, there's many different pockets in Sydney. There's different cliques in Sydney that, bro, Amapiano is huge. Afrobeats is huge. SoundCloud edits. Just SoundCloud edits alone of like DJs from, a DJ from Belgium that has like remixed. It's blowing up on SoundCloud and DJs are getting it here and they're playing it in their sets and it's going off. So yeah, you're not hearing as much as, unless you're at the most super commercial club in Sydney where they're playing, you know, Usher, yeah, from fucking yonkers ago. But yeah, bro, I think that was the question, bro.
Yeah, but I liked where it went anyway, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like where it ended up.
I've had one beer, bro. Like, I've had one beer.
This is what happens, cuz. Oh, good, man. It's Friday afternoon, bro. Your brain's been fried. It's been a big week, all right?
Bro, it's foggy.
Obviously, how you promote yourself, even as a DJ, has changed over the years completely, bro, to get yourself out there. TikTok becoming a spot that helped you really fucking skyrocket out here, yeah? Tell me about originally jumping onto TikTok, yeah, and how you caught onto, I guess, the algorithm, bro, because you've been on it for a while now, but your videos have also been doing well for a while now. So you figured something out, bro.
Yeah.
If not, whatever you're doing is just working. I'll tell you that much.
I'm like, should I gatekeep or should I? No. I'll never gatekeep, bro.
Come on, bro.
I'll give you the source,
For
bro.
the people.
I'll give you the source, bro. Because it's on, honestly, bro, it's on the internet.
Of course.
On how to do it, it's there.
Yeah.
But it's the attitude of people that they're like, man, I want to do that. It's one thing to talk, it's another thing to do. It's like...
Facts. And that's with a lot of things, bro. A lot of things. Anyway.
Bro. So...
Give it to us, brother.
I jumped on TikTok through 2020. So I was working in a shipping container yard. I was lifting up boxes and putting it on a pallet, stacking a pallet, wrap the pallet, forklift it in the factory, in the warehouse. It was, what's the word? Monotonous? Is monotonous the word?
It is, bro. Yeah.
It was, it's just boring ass fucking work, bro. And the environment that I was in wasn't too, a lot of the boys were in and out constantly. It's just the environment. It was a little bit toxic. There were boys that had been there for years and it just wasn't a nice environment. I started scrolling on TikTok and I came across affiliate marketing. You know the videos that are like, I can teach you how to make $1,000 in this. And I was like, bro, the whole world had shut down. It's middle of 2020. I'm like, bro.
Teach me, brother.
I was like, bro, anything to do, anything but this job. Like I couldn't stand it. And at the time I was like, bro, what am I what rabbit hole am I falling down? And bro, I clicked the link and they had a 6-month course on TikTok. And I'm like, fuck, what else am I doing? I was also at that time, I was reading books. I had never read a book until my mid-20s. And I cracked open my first book. So I was reading, it's like all these things were aligning. So I started reading books. So I started reading Psycho-Cybernetics, Maxwell Maltz gun book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. This fucking flipped my whole mindset. Think and Grow Rich, 48 Laws of Power. Like crazy books, bro. I just started audio books, bro. Just listening to it and unpacking the shipping container.
Oh, while you're doing the work.
While I was doing the work.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, this is crazy. And boys are spinning yarns to me and shit. And I'm like, yeah, bro, that's mad. And they're like, yeah, bro. And then I'm fucking bashing. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's hectic. Fuck, bro. Like, I just want to fucking listen to this book and get this education. So on top of that, I was doing this 6-month course on TikTok, learning the algorithm, trying to understand. So the source is, they taught me hook, story, call to action is the formula for any video. And that's the source, bro. You apply hook, a story, and a call to action to any video, and that's just what it is. So the hook is like the hook is like something that's going to catch people's attention within the first 3 seconds of the video.
5 hottest Australian rap tracks.
That's it, bro.
I feel like that's what it used to be for you, bro. I swear to God.
I was like,
remember.
5 of the most overplayed songs in Sydney nightclubs. And I was like, get over it. And then start playing, right? So that's the hook. And then the story was the first 5 songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the story. And then the call to action can be there or it doesn't have to be there. Call to action is like and share this video or comment if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Controversy would help.
Always.
You know? And people would get, a hook like that saying 5 of the most overplayed songs in Sydney, that invokes emotion out of people where they're like, this is not overplayed. I love that song.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
wrong.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
And then they're like, whoa. Like, right? And you're like, yeah, fucking.
Especially TikTok.
Bro, especially TikTok because it runs up the comments and then the video is still playing in the background, running up the views. So that's all it was. So I did the affiliate marketing thing and it was like, I had to like put on this, or not put on, but I had to be myself. And that's what I'm thankful for that course because they were like, just pick up the camera and start talking to the camera. That's what like
I think that's the hardest thing for people is just letting themselves out, bro. Because that's it. I feel like you originally just want to put on this thing, but as everyone says, it's easier just to be you.
But you can tell. I could tell, bro. I look at old videos of me and I was like, damn, am I like putting on something because I knew that my heart was not in the affiliate marketing. I knew that I was like, this is cool, but I don't like this. So I learned the course, finished it, did the 6 months, still unpacking the shipping container. And I started missing DJing. I started missing music. And I'm like, what if I took what I learned from this course and applied it to DJing? And that's all I did, bro. When that happened, it just fucking started snowballing. I was like, pumping 17 videos a day, fucking 20 videos a week, bro. And just like stack, you what is it? You stockpile them and then you like let them out day by day. So Monday morning breakfast, then one for lunch, then one for dinner. 3 videos a day. I remember it was 17 videos in like the first week. And then it picked up on the algorithm and then the views started going and I'm like, all right, hectic. Do TikTok, then smash Insta, then work on YouTube. YouTube's a hard one to crack, but it's starting to fucking... YouTube is a hard one, especially we always talk about this day and age, short attention span. But I think a circle will come around. But it's rumbling now, bro.
Even like, I was just talking to old mate Denny Grant. I don't know if you've seen him in his Denny Grant chats. He was saying that at one point, TikTok was pushing the longer form, bro, right? And that's what we need, bro. People to be interested. And once that happens, YouTube's back. Also for Australia, that's what we need because YouTube at least pays you if you get anything, you know what I mean?
Bro, the only thing, like, excuse me.
All good.
I'm on YouTube now. And that's only just this year. In the last 6 months. But it's like, I'm looking at the analytics and I'm coming up as recommended videos because there's DJs and I'm just doing DJ mixes. I see DJs in like, where is it? The Netherlands. There's DJs in fucking, bro, Germany, Netherlands, like this. And they're literally... Bro, they walk in, the camera starts, they press play, they sip coffee, the song ends, they fade out the song, they fade in the next song, they press play.
And this is a YouTube video?
Bro, this is YouTube videos. It's like fucking 17 million views. I'm like,
why?
What the fuck? Because the playlist is gone. Like, they're
it's
playing,
just for people to sit at home
just for music and just vibe. And so I'm like, man, no one's doing this.
True.
I'm like, why the fuck am I not doing this? So I just started making mixes. Now I've got 2 videos up there. It's like 500,000 views each video. I'm like, hectic.
That's hectic, bro.
So it's like, it's like, just, if anyone gonna take advice, is tackle each platform one by one. Master one, like dedicate 6 months to TikTok, then 6 months to Insta, then 6 months to YouTube, and be yourself. Unapologetically be yourself. Don't try to fucking put on something that you're not. That's it, bro.
Beautiful, bro.
100, bro.
No, that's bro. It's easy facts, but you know what's funny? Bro? I've never actually talked to someone who's done one of those courses that have come up on TikTok.
Yeah.
So that's mad that it actually paid off for you, bro.
It was the best.
And now look at and you put in the hustle after. It's fucking paid off.
But it's like, I had 17 years of DJing.
Of course.
I had like a good amount of like knowing DJing, and then came onto TikTok.
Yeah.
So I see older DJs now, And they're like, bro, you're a fucking TikTok DJ. I'm like, bro, it's 2024, man. Like,
get with it or you literally get left behind, cuz. That's that simple.
It's like everybody's they're picking up a phone and they're consuming it. You want to be a content consumer or content creator?
Facts, bro. And this is what I was having a chat to a guy at work today, bro, about this. And like kids these days, bro, you see them using their phones, you're like, fuck, these guys are going to be addicted as fuck. Yeah, but to be honest, even my son, he's only 1, but in the future, bro, if he doesn't get with it, you're going to be left behind, bro. Like that is the future. Sadly in ways, but also in other ways, it's a positive.
It is.
You can sit at home and make money these days. And it's not going to work for everyone. It's not going to work for everyone, but there's so many ways.
You encourage, man, because bro, once you jump on that other side of the fence from being a content consumer where you're just scrolling and you're like, yeah, okay, dopamine hit, this makes me feel good. Next video, dopamine hit, this makes me feel good. When you jump on the other side of the fence and you're like, all right, I'm not looking at, bro, I barely scroll, bro.
That's mad, bro.
I barely scroll, but I sit there
bro.
and I just be fucking make it, create. That's when the bag comes. That's when money comes. That's when all different opportunities, growth. It's crazy.
Inspiring stuff from Mistah Cee. Come on, cuz. Come on, bro. Hey, I was going to go talking into the West Sid artist shit now, but you already told me how you've linked up with that stuff. But, where was it here, bro? Out of all this stuff you've been doing then, right? You did the TikTok thing. You've linked with Shelly and whoever else you did early on, right? Kimza early on.
Yeah, bro. Oh, early on?
Yeah. Well, over the years.
Yeah, bro. That was, what's that? Was that the Parramatta?
Shelly, you're DJing. Was that your first DJing for something?
That was like TikTok, like when it kicked off. It was like Shelly and Cahooks.
100%. Where it got shut down,
they
bro.
broke the stage, man. Yeah.
And then the next time was when it was next time I see it was at our show, Flight Night in Newtown, bro.
Yeah,
and you DJ'd for Shelly and they're there. Yeah. That show was huge, by the way.
Yeah,
that was huge. But all this stuff has led to a whole lot of, I don't know, good shit for you, bro.
Good opportunity.
I don't know if this is good or bad, but anyway, at one point you ended up on a radio station called Cater, cuz.
We can unpack it here.
Whether it's existent or non-existent anymore, I don't really give a shit. But you know what I mean? For reasons being my own.
Yeah.
Unpack, bro. Let me know about the experience of being on the radio. Welcome to the area, along with DJ Ziggy.
Yes.
Or Director Ziggy these days. Director Ziggy.
The man.
Tell me the experience behind it, bro.
The man. It was a good experience, bro. It was a very good experience. Where can we unpack?
There's so many parts, bro.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
Nah,
whatever
bro.
you want, bro. Just a quick roundup and then whatever there was the big standout for you, I guess.
They had the rollout, they came out, they did their thing, and Ziggy, you know, hit me and was like, yo, bro, like there's these opportunities. I come through. I'm like, all right, hectic. Bro, get on the radio, no problem. I'm like, mad. He's like, you got the TikTok, you got Insta, it's going. He's like, this is another platform. Awesome. So I jumped on and we was doing Welcome to the Area every Friday, 2-hour session, 2-hour slot. And bro, pumping underground local artists, pumping well-known local artists, in with UK artists, in with US artists, but mostly pushing local.
100%.
You know? And it was a 2-hour slot on a Friday afternoon. But the main part of the day where they were playing the music constantly, it was still very, if you will, like commercial, you know? And I didn't, okay. So I'm there for like a year and damn, man.
So much.
Yeah, so much, bro. So I was there for like a year and I started to, I never said anything. I just kind of sat back and saw it. And bro, I love hip hop to the core of me. Like this is what I've been raised on from a kid. My father just handing me, just like, nah, man, you need to really study the lyrics of Tupac Shakur, understand who Malcolm X is, understand who, it's way more than just, Tupac was a gangster. It's like, nah, man, he was an activist. Son, what's an activist? What is a revolutionary? Okay, what is a Black Panther? Who is Huey P. Newton? All these people, that he mentions and whatnot. So I started really I know my research, I know my history, I love history. So it didn't sit well with me when I'm sitting at Cater and I was hearing music being played. One, most of it was US artists. There wasn't too much Oz. The other side of it, there was a message that went out there.
Okay.
And I saw the message and it was like, I mean, look, bro, you could turn on Cater and hear Ed Sheeran being played.
What's the bangers?
EDM bangers. What's the lady? What's Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
You'd hear Taylor Swift being played, and then at the end they would put, they put the Taylor Swift song, and then it'd say, Cater, the home of hip hop and R&B. And I was like,
that
bruh.
tagline is where they went wrong, bro.
I was like, what are you doing, man? Like, I'm like, that's goofy. And I'm like, why am I aligning my brand? Why am I sitting here with this? I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. So they really started, towards the end of the year, they started to really push pop music, real pop music. And I mean, hip hop is now damn near pop music. This is the most popular genre in the world. But at the same time, it's faking the funk. And that's why I'm like, I don't like this. So I walked away and there was a whole lot of politics and whatnot involved. I sat on it, I didn't say anything, and then I finally just
let
unleashed.
it out.
I just put out a video, and the video ruffled a couple of feathers. But at the end of the day, man, like, if you're gonna stand by something, if you're gonna say, yeah, we're hip hop and R&B, you're claiming a black culture, like you're claiming music that is of black culture. So it's like you need to do it. You need to do it correctly, like don't just braze over, don't just like wish-washy over it and then put a Taylor Swift and fucking Ed Sheeran and play EDM music and shit like that. I was just like, this is a little bit, so.
And that's what the hard part from my side watching in, because there was a few people on there doing cool shit themselves. Like,
100.
I don't know the people behind the scenes, this and that. 100. There's a few cool people doing things themselves. Obviously, stand out for myself with you guys. Shout out to the Brekkie Radio guys, because they had me on a few times to play local music specific, which was cool. Yes. But like you said, bro, them coming out so strong with the marketing.
Yeah, man.
Home of hip hop and R&B. The only station playing all hip hop and R&B to what it became in like a year. Was it a year?
It was about a year
before it like really switched up again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But look, in this day and age, bro, I truly think we can live without the radio. It's mad to get people's songs played on there. Don't get me wrong. And it's just like people get excited, which is still fucking crazy to me. People get excited when their songs get on Take Flight. Yeah, and when it gets to me, that's crazy, bro. But see, I'm just a fucking dude doing this. Bro, like, I'm just a dude.
But you have a platform, and
I get that,
bro. This is one thing. When I put out the video, I seen the comments and I got a couple of DMs. I was sitting at the pub, and this one lady, she came through, who was talking. She was an A&R, and she was like, "All right, yeah, that's all well and good, but what are you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna? All right, you've left now, and you feel a type of way, but are you gonna do anything about it?" And I was like, what the fuck? And she kind of like sparked that idea in my head. I'm like, damn, okay. Who's listening to the radio anyway? I'm like, man, I've got YouTube at my disposal. I have my platform at my disposal. I have, all these things. Why am I not? Okay, no problem. So now that leads me to, doing projects like Area Made. I know we'll touch on this stuff,
bro.
But yeah, bro.
No, but facts, cuz. And that's the thing. There's certain people out there like myself, and there's other people doing similar things to me in a different way, which is cool. People like yourself, just content creators who focus on hip hop, Australian hip hop and rap. We're doing it, bro.
That's
it. I mean, and that's it for people at home, bro. Like, you can do this shit yourself, bro. Who am I to start? 3 years, less than 3 years, bro, Take Fly has been going, bro. Crazy. And people dream to be on it. These people tell me, bro.
That's it.
Less than 3 years. And you know how much money I had to start? Fuck, whatever I got in tax that year, because it was
I just poured it into it.
I got some cameras to start filming interviews. For this shit, I fucking signed up to Instagram, bro. You know what I mean? But like, that's it. We don't need the radio and this and that. And don't get me wrong, I know it's mad to get played on there. So that's cool. And make that a goal of yours if you want to get played on there one time. But you don't need shit but your own hands these days, cuz get on the internet, go out and talk to people, you can do it.
But you do it for the young, bro, the young Mistah Cee, the 11-year-old Mistah Cee that was looking up to DJ Peter Guns, DJ Tickles, DJ Motto. These are OG DJs that I grew up on, Fresh Off the Boat mixes, all those mixtapes and shit that inspired me. That's who I wanted to be. So it's like, imagine the kids that are watching this and they're like 13, 9 years old. Bro, I had this kid today. I was in the city and he walks up to me, bro. I think he was from like North Shore, but he's in like really, the straw hat private school. And he walked up and he's like, "Excuse me, sir." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Can I have a photo?" And I'm like, "Sir." But it's like, you're inspiring. I'm inspiring these kids. So it's like, do it for them, bro.
Right,
Like,
I love
imagine where
it,
it's
but
gonna
it's
be.
so crazy to me because I just went to Melbourne, watched 1-4 play.
Yeah.
You know how many people ask me for photos, cuz? Again,
That's crazy.
who am I, cuz? I'm just talk to rappers, bro, and I promote them, but like, who the fuck am I? And it's like, but it's mad that it, eventually there might be another person like me who's really committed to this shit in 10 years' time. Imagine where they're going to take their platform.
Exactly, bro.
Big future for everyone out here,
Oz
cuz.
is untouched, bro.
Bro, it's so early. It's so early, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Anyway, speaking of Ziggy, cuz,
Yes.
obviously, big part of you now, big part of what you're doing now. What's your relationship with him, bro? And how's he come along and just intertwine with you and got shit done, bro? How's it all work out?
He's a fucking sick cunt, man. I love Ziggy, bro.
Shout out Zig, bro.
He's a legend, bro. Sick cunt. Yeah, bro. Ziggy basically is, so he was DJing alongside me for a long time. And we were in the club circuit together, and I would always just, he'd play an hour before me, I'd play an hour after him. I'd be playing before, but we never worked together. So it was always just, hey, bro, how are you? All good? Nah, sweet, bro. He's like, yo, we're going to do this thing. It was simple. COVID happened, all those things happened. And he dropped bro,
Let's go.
It's getting hot.
Let's go. Yeah. Shirt reveal. Shirt reveal.
But yeah, he's basically, he dropped his, he's been doing his thing at the area movement, and
of course,
I seen everything that he was doing, and I thought it was dope, and I was like, fuck, like I wanna hit you up, bro. I'm like, what is this? What is the area movement? What is all these things? And we just got to, bro, we had a coffee one day. This is just before 2020. And then I jumped in that shipping container, doing the shipping container shit. And so I disappeared for a year and 22 days, like fucking, just doing the 9-to-5 shit. And then when I finally jumped on TikTok, we got to talking again. I go, bro, what's going on? And he's like, yo, I think there's some money in this TikTok and Instagram, socials, DJing. He's like, let's come and work. And then we started working alongside each other. And ever since then, bro, it's gotten further and further. That guy is a vampire. He is a vampire, bro. It's like, bro, he's relentless.
Because I actually said this to him. Yeah. I said, bro, how are you living the life you got?
Oh, bro.
Still attending all this shit, still out there hustling this and that. And you know what? He's been doing, I've known Zig as well for well over a decade. Right? Yeah. DJ Zig as well. I knew him as too from back in the day. But like, he's gone harder than anyone out there, bro. Like, well, just as hard as some of the cunts doing it, but like he goes hard, cuz.
Bro, for the train, when I DJed on the train.
Tell me about this, bro. Go on, cuz.
We were sitting there, bro. It's like as simple as this. Like, he'll sit there, he'll come over mine, he sit there on the couch and he's like, yeah. Just going through emails and that. Every time you hear the I'm like, man, these guys, I can take a fucking nap, bro. Like, fuck. He's just constantly always going. He's like, yeah, so what's the moves today, bro? It's, Fred again concert. And I'm like, what about it? And he's like, bro, you got the trolley. So I pull up on the trolley, fucking DJ outside the front. And I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, sack that. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do, nah, bro, it's too open. People, what is this, bro? I came to see Fred again. I don't come here to fucking see Mistah Cee. I don't fucking care. And so they just walk past and he's like, well, it's either that or some confined space, bro. You need like, bro, it's content, man. Like that shit'd be fire, bro. He's like, you could do that shit. He's always just there. Like, I say no, we're in London, we're going to DJ outside, and I'm like, nah, and he's like, yeah, you can, bro. So it's just constantly.
Sometimes you need that push,
you need
bro.
that person,
you
bro.
need it, bro.
He's that person, so he's there.
That's good to have.
And he goes, bro, he's like, well, fuck, what else? And I'm like, there's the train, and he's like, fuck, go DJ on the train, bro. That'd be fucking hectic. I'm like,
boom,
yeah,
boom
bro.
is all I can say to the next,
I'm like,
bro.
Yo, let's go. And then it was a wrap, bro. We went, positioned the cameras. Bro, looking out for cops. We're like, all right, there's no security. The cops drove by. We're like, sweet, now, run, get onto the platform, get on the train. And then everybody that was going to that concert.
When you got on the train, was it already packed?
It was dead.
Okay.
It was dead because we caught it from Sydney Olympic Park.
Oh, the short train one?
Yeah, the 6-minute train.
Yeah,
bro, it was perfect, man.
Yeah.
It's perfect
100%,
time.
bro, 100%.
No one wants a DJ there. It's 28-minute set and they're blasting music. They're like, bro, I just finished work, bro. Like,
facts, bro.
Fucking give me a break. So we caught it from Sydney Olympic, And then we jumped off the train to make sure that people could see the trolley. And they're like, what is this guy doing with a trolley and turntables, like a controller and a speaker? And so we had that little Eshe sample from Kimza from the 046.
Is that who it is, bro?
Nah, it's not Kimza. It's one of the other boys.
Ah.
Yeah, but it's at the end of Run. Yeah, it's at the end of Run. And he goes, Eshe? It's the hardest Eshe you'll ever hear,
I
bro.
didn't know that, bro.
Yeah,
Hectic.
bro.
All right.
I took that little, so we're standing on the platform. We're like, hey, Eshe, like loud. And people were starting to bring a crowd. And then the train comes to take people to Fred again. And then we just jump on the train and I'm like signaling people. I'm like, come, oh, yeah, let's go. They start playing the music. No effect, you know what? And then it just goes off. Went viral, bro.
I noticed,
Channel 9 News, bro. I was like, yeah,
bro. I noticed the virality of it. Come on, bro.
Funny,
what was your slogan that you hit, bro? Seek forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, man. I wish that was mine.
I know it's not yours, but you brought it out on national on TV, cuz.
Yeah.
So how important? I actually wrote that down, right?
Yeah.
Seek forgiveness, not permission, bro. How I guess important has that phrase in itself been to you? Been to Mistah Cee, cuz?
Yeah, it's very important, bro. It's just everything. Seek forgiveness, man. It's like that's the attitude. Is like, if you're gonna ask, it's just it's they're right there in the quote, man. If I went to the train and went to Transit New South Wales and was like, listen, I'm thinking about doing this train thing and like we want to, play music on the way to Fred again. Do you think it'd be all right? Are they gonna say yes? Fuck no. They're gonna be like, no, mate. And honestly, that's what happened. At the end of it, we wrapped up and one of the train guards who had finished his shift, he walked up to me and he's like, mate, look, I like what you're doing. It's all very cool. But he goes, just a heads up, man. He's like, you can get a big fine for taking a trolley onto a train. And I was like, oh, it's true, man. No, apologies, man. But, like, forgive me, man. Forgive me. It's like literally, I'm seeking forgiveness. It's like, we got it. It's done now.
We're good.
Thanks,
sorry as can be,
Appreciate
brother.
that.
Yeah, sorry as can be.
But yeah, but it's like, I think that's what that's what we learn at school. They're like, don't put your hand up, Billy. No, I'm sorry, don't put your hand up. It's like, put your hand up before you speak, Billy. It's like, sit there, be a good
obedient.
Be obedient. It's like, and that's all we learn. But it's like that term is not to be taken out of context, because people are like, oh yeah, great advice. I'll just go and steal a car. It's like, bro, use common sense. Like, don't go and walk into a store and then just fucking steal a whole bunch of shit and be like, oh, forgive me, I stole it. It's like, that's the wrong thing to do. My thing is just, bro, if I know it's gonna be dope, and I know it's gonna be, bro, a trolley, man. Fuck, man. Am I really hurting anybody? I've got Zig there. The train's going fucking super slow. It's not going through. Fucking, it's a 6-minute train ride. You take the risk. No risk, no reward, man.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Facts, brother. Facts. Anyways, bro. All right, before we get too far off the area, since we're just talking about Ziggy or not, we got the shirt reveal out here. Nice little blue.
Nice, I tried the match.
Bro, it's very, very close. It's very close. I'm not gonna lie. Every time we do Take Flight merch, it never comes out exact anyway. So yeah, I don't know. It's fucking annoying. Anyway, bro, the area. I guess the term has always been a big part of you. Yeah. Just who you are as a person, and even more so these days, linking with the area movement, aka Zig, and even the project that we're just about to talk about. Yeah. Before we do, what does the area mean to yourself, cuz? The area.
The area. I think it's very controversial in itself. But the area, all right, I'll sum it up like this. America, the hood. UK, the ends. Australia, the area. That's it. It's like a lot of people are like, Bankstown is the area. That's the only area that there ever is. Then you come out Mountie. Nah, man, that's the area. That's like the area. That's all there is. Then you go, you go Guildford or bro, I could go on and on and on and on and on. All different spots. And people are like, nah, this is the area. You go to Melbourne. Nah, this is the areas. So that term gets thrown around. The area to me is resilience. Plain and simple. Like my experience of growing up, Maroubra, bro, basic, normal, everyday neighborhood like any other kid across Australia. And then going to a public high school where everybody from every area within that area Jesus, man, area.
The area.
Fuck it. Went to that school, and then I started seeing the wrong side of life or different sides of life, and experiencing extreme violence for the first time. It taught me resilience. It taught me that my face is not glass, and that I can overcome certain things. You know, I can overcome anything that I put my mind to. That's what the area means to me, is resilience. I would say.
I'm here for it, cuz.
Yeah, man.
And that's why the area relates to everyone out here, cuz. And this way everyone can claim it, or this is why everyone claims it, because I guess they have their own feelings about it too, bro.
Yeah, it's, bro. Billy Marie said it perfectly. She said it perfectly, but I can't.
You can't remember?
No. I can't put it out there because it's content that I'm about to post it. Yeah,
keep down for yourself. I got your one. That's all that matters, bro. Yeah. As we've spoken about 100 times now, you've been in the DJ game for a long minute.
Yeah.
You love this shit. What is it that motivates you to keep pushing all these years? Because as you said before, bro, like there's the olders that are like, nah, fuck TikTok. You're just a TikTok DJ now.
Yeah,
You're
mad.
Nah, but you got to stay up to date with the world, bro. All right. But what is it that motivates you to keep pushing and keep this shit exciting for yourself after all these years, bro?
I don't want to work a 9 to 5 ever again. That's my motivation, cuz.
Hectic.
I don't ever want to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, salute to those that do. Big respect to those that do. I did it for a decade, and I don't want to do that anymore. So my motivation is quality of life. Like, where is my quality of life, bro? Is my purpose to be on this earth to just wake up every day, work this 9 to 5, go and get a mortgage, pay off, you know, pay the bank back all this money and whatnot, just to have nice bricks and mortar and whatnot. Have a nice car that I can't afford. Try to impress people that ain't never gonna fucking see me again. They'll judge me for 2 seconds. Then what? 2 generations from now, they're dead and long gone. But I let their feelings, I let their insecurities hold me back. Fuck that, bro. I want to live my life. I love music, and I want to put into creating, DJing, performing, playing music for people, and making parties and catching a vibe and have fun. You know what I mean? And wake up. I want to wake up and create freely, bro. Tell stories, tell my experience, and inspire other youngins that are coming up to pick up a fucking, bro. This is why I fuck with local music so hard, because it's like, and hip hop so hard, is because boys are no longer, I mean, some boys are and some boys aren't, you know, some girls are, some girls aren't. But boys are no longer getting up to Mischief and breaking in, doing breaking inners and fucking selling and doing whatever they're doing. And if you still are, each to their own, do your thing. But they're getting behind a mic, they're getting behind Premiere Pro and they're editing, they're getting behind a camera, and they're finding other ways to tell their story, you know?
The opportunities are presenting themselves a bit more these days if they put in a little bit of work. No, that's hectic, cuz.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
That's beautiful, bro. Bro, what's the future of Mistah Cee look like? Obviously, the DJ thing goes hard. What do you see yourself doing in the distant future?
Bro, honestly, in the distant future? Like how distant? Like 10 years?
Bro, just give it whatever you want. Like, what's your future goals? Let's say that then, cuz. Because obviously the DJing thing is never going anywhere. But what else do you want to achieve?
Man.
Yeah, let's give it 5-10 years, bro. Let's go.
10 years, bro. Established businesses. I wouldn't mind being a silent partner of businesses. You know what I mean? Tapping into certain things, but I don't have to show my face. You know, I can have shop fronts and storefronts and whatnot, and just be, you know, I want to be Mr. Monopoly. At the end of the day, bro, I remember being 7 years old, my mom's boyfriend asking me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, fuck, I want to be a landlord. I want to knock on motherfuckers' doors and be like, give me my money. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the future, bro, to be honest. It's like getting into that and getting into still giving back, bro. Still giving back to the community, bro. Giving, you know, if I'm giving anything now, I'm giving inspiration to youngins that are coming up. That on another level, you know, 10 years from now, evolved, you know, where I can have actually, you know, something. But at the same time, still quality of life.
Of course.
Has to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to have my fun, but at the same time, I want to have established things. So it's like...
No, that's cool, bro.
No, it's like there's a balance to it, man. Yeah, bro.
Before we get too far, too close to the end, bro, I don't know what happened here, but we just got too deep in combos that I missed a couple things.
Wow, that's all right.
Bro, the most important thing.
Oh, fuck.
Area made the mixtape.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Area made the mixtape, cuz.
Yeah, bro.
All right. It's coming out in 3 days from now. But if you're watching this, it came out 2 days ago.
Yes.
Bro, fill me in on what the go is, bro. I can't tell you about it because I don't know shit. So you tell me, bro.
I'll wrap it up quick, man. Basically, Area Made it's a mixtape. So as a DJ, you know, mixtape DJs don't really make mixtapes as much anymore.
Facts.
People was just making edits and whatnot. But mixtapes was something I was doing for a decade and on. I loved mixtapes. So back in 2021, 2020, I made a mixtape called Locals Only. And I put it on SoundCloud and it went well. And it was all local artists, nothing but local artists from around Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, all these places. And I just thought, I'm like, man, what if I did Area Made? What if I showcased all these artists that, you know, it's my salute to the scene, basically. You know, it's like my way of giving these artists a platform on my platform to be like, yo, I fuck with your music and the world should fuck with your music. If they're not listening to it on, you know, Today FM or the little radios or, you know, the radio stations that might be playing it or might not playing it, they're hearing it at Mistah Cee's YouTube. They're going to his SoundCloud, you know? That's what Area Made basically, yeah, man, that's the breakdown of.
Area Made the mixtape, cuz. Well, that's it. Area Made the mixtape. Again, if you're watching this, it's already out. So go to Mistah Cee's socials and find out where to fucking get it.
That's it. Yeah,
Let's go, bro.
That's
everywhere,
it, bro.
everywhere.
Yeah, man.
To finish up, cuz, we get fans to submit some questions and I picked 3 of them just to run through these days, yeah?
Oh, damn.
Nothing crazy, bro. Just a little bit here and you don't have to be long-ass answers, but just hit a few through, right? G-Ski Official.
Jeez.
At what moment did music start to feel like a possible career path? I think we already learned that through this pod.
Yeah, to the potty.
I think we already learned that, bro. But what was there a specific moment where you're like, hey, this is it. I can do this now?
Yeah.
A specific TikTok video blow up, possibly.
Probably when Insta.
Just something like that? Just when the shit was blowing up?
After TikTok blew and then IG blew, I was like, damn, I can do this shit. Yeah.
100%. This question, we've only got one good question here now. Would you ever hop on the mic? Zexa 3 Ra. Nah, we already decided that's not a thing for you, brother. Lastly, Alec Pieracini 20. What's the funniest memory you have with mates when you were young?
Fuck.
You got one, cuz? You remember back then?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I won't say the place.
That's cool.
And I won't say the boys.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. It was just instant karma, bro. It was just instant karma. But I laugh at it now, but it wasn't funny then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were having a drink up and then a few of the boys just one of the boys went into a certain area and like kicked in one of the doors and then we all kind of like ransacked. It was instant karma, man. It's fucking instant karma. Ransacked, did all this thing, you know? And it wasn't someone's house, but it was an establishment. It was a place where we're like, they have money, we don't have, so we're like, fuck that, let's go. So we did, and we took, and there was this is before flat screens, so this fucking giant TV. And I was helping, like carrying the TV, and we're like running through the streets, and there was a massive step, and the TV I dropped it, and the TV landed like on one side of my knee to the other side of the knee into the concrete and crushed my knee. I was like, fuck, like this. And the boys, like, we started seeing the police come. There was a silent alarm. And then, they chased us. And then the boys dragged me into this bush. And we're all like in the bush. And we're like just quiet.
How'd the knee end up, guys?
Oh, bro, the knee was just like, like this. And
don't do bad things, guys.
Bro, it was just instant karma, bro. But it was like, it was just, bro. I reckon, bro, those days, bro. It was funny times, but it was like, yeah, man, you do silly things.
That's growing up, bro. Hey, character building, bro.
It is, man.
All right, lastly, cuz, obviously, Area Made the mixtape out now.
Man.
What else we got to look forward to? Rest of this year, what else you got coming, cuz? Just what else you doing?
Bro, just different form of content, man. More storytelling, more, yeah, man, more creative content of me putting my personality out there rather than just top 5 songs that are, you know, and then DJing and this and this and this. But yeah, man, yeah, that's what's more to come.
it.
And then long form, yeah, man, just dominating, focusing on YouTube and continue building.
Let's take it to the top,
That's it,
cuz.
bro.
Hey, that's it, bro. Hey, it's your boy Wings.
Yes.
It's Mr. C.
That's the one.
Let's take flight, brother. We out.